Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
We were discussing that we may know. We are going to assign the compensation grade directly to the job profile, right? Without using eligibility rules. So why is this? Eligibility rules as red asterisk. Let me now confuse you even more. There is one more eligibility rule here. That is not mandatory, you see. This is not mandatory. But there is one at the bottom which is mandatory. Why is that? So this eligibility rule is for what? This eligibility rule is for the grade. But here are two sets of eligibility rules that we are seeing, one at the top, which is not mandatory. And then we see one at the grade profile level, which seems to be mandatory. So why are there two eligibility rules, and what is the purpose of them? So now for the compensation grade. It is not required to have an eligibility rule. And how are we going to assign the grade to the workers? We said we will assign it directly to the job profile. Correct. So that's why we do not need an eligibility rule for that. Because we are going to directly assign this to the job. Right now, compensation grade profile sits within the compensation grade. There can be no compensation grade profile without a grade. Right. Now I have assigned the compensation grade of managers or above to my manager in US and my manager in the UK. Let's say we are assigned this grade. Now, how are we going to identify exactly which pay range to use for US or for UK? So that will be done in the grade profile. Now to select the subpopulation of the workers. Based on the criteria, we have to define an eligibility rule. Okay. Now, this will be the localization rule that we have. Like, for example, here I will use something like country, United States of America. Right. This is a Workday provided one. You can create your own if you need. So I am not using the one that I created. I'm using a Workday provided, one which says all the countries of the location of the country of the location is equal to US. A very generic kind of eligibility rule. What is this doing? It is just saying if your location is in the US. Is it bothered about the management level? Look at the rule definition one more time. Look at the rule definition. It has only one condition. It is saying the country is US. Country is US. Right. So now let me ask you a conceptual question. If this eligibility rule is only talking about country is equal to US, then how are we going to ensure that this range, or the grade profile that we are creating is only for managers or above in the US? Okay. Now let me complete this. So I will. You going to use the currency as US dollars and the frequency as annual. So the amount said, we are going to define our annual amounts. Okay, now, here you see, add row icon, so let me click on that. Okay. So that allows me to enter these values. Okay. And let me try to fit in one screen. You have to specify the minimum and the maximum. So what is the range? Let's say we want $50,000 to $80,000. Okay. $50,000 to $80,000. Now, what are the segment 1, 2, and 3? Well, remember, when we created the compensation grade, we used 4 segments. We said, use 4 segments. So it is dividing that entire range, $50,000 to $80,000, into 4 segments. And you also have the option for a midpoint. Now you may define that based on your statistics, statistical analysis, etc. Or you can use this checkbox which says, Calculate segments. Calculate segment checkbox. Right. If you do that, then Workday will just divide it into 4 equal parts, like between 50 to 80. It divides it by 4. So like 30,000 divided by 47,500. So this is how you can define it. Now let me click on OK to save this. Now answer my question. How does it know that for managers or above in the US this is the range? So what we are going to do, although we have not done it yet, but we will do it, is for all our managers or above job profiles. Wherever we have managers or above, only there we will assign this compensation grade, which is managers or above. We will directly do it. We will go to those job profiles and assign this compensation grade. That ensures that this grade is only for managers or above. So now, if you run a report, you will understand how many people are in Segment 1, Segment 2, Segment 3, and Segment 4. So that gives you the ability to be able to take decisions and understand how you are paying your employees. Typically we do it on typically we localize it. That's why we use it on localize. Typically we do it on the terms of, that's the department. So let's say your managers or above in the IT department are paid differently than your managers or above in the human resource system. It can be possible. I have seen companies who do that. In IT, maybe the pay is different than for the managers in human resources. I've seen that. So what will you do for that? So you will create an eligibility tool based on the supervisor organization. Correct. If you're a supervisor, your organization in the IT hierarchy, so you will be eligible for this range. If your hierarchy is different, then you will get the different pay range. In the eligibility tools, you can specify multiple eligibility tools, and all of them have to be satisfied. If you specify multiple eligibility rules, then then all of them have to be satisfied in order for that great profile to be selected. Okay, so you can select more than one. That is fine. I'm going to create another great profile anyway. Okay, that will be for my UK. See if that answers your question. Okay, so let's call it as again, M.
Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us at sales@upptalk.com.